intro?
Yes, it is my turn.
It is your turn.
Hello and welcome to the Gorilla Hotline. I'm Dani
I am Ghaly.
and we're back.
Welcome.
Back again.
Welcome.
Guess who's back?
Us. We are back. With no submissions this week.
Slacking.
But that's fine. We've got good content lined up. I've actually got a very good idea for... It's going to be a new segment this week. The new segment, it might replace, to your dismay, TikTok.
Whatever will
Trash.
I do? Whatever will I do? Listen, I'm just going to go right now because I can't live without those TikToks anymore.
Look, me neither. But we'll wean ourselves off of TikTok trash for 1 week. In an attempt to try something a little bit different, a little bit new.
Yeah.
I had some feedback from our last stuff, and based on the feedback, there is now a brand new segment that not even the person who gave the feedback even has an idea about.
Guys, we're on all social media. Do you want to get the Brita before we kick off? Kick off.
Do you want some? Do you want water?
I feel like I will need water at some point.
Fine. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna run and get the Brita. You can do the social thing, and by the time I'm back, we can go straight in.
Okay, cool. Deep. Yeah. So whilst Ghaly is getting us, refreshments and hydration, just to reiterate, we're on all social medias: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, etc. We got a Patreon if you want to support us. And yeah, basically, you know what to do. Get in touch with us on those. If you want to make a submission, there's either the email hellogorillahotline.com @gorillahotline.com or gorillahotline.com/submissions if you want to stay anonymous and not have to make a throwaway email. We love the audience interaction. I hear Ghaly coming.
Is the YouTube glass sound effects selling everything?
Yeah. I hope it certainly gives it the impression of higher quality. Just leave it on.
No, let me do the jug drop sounds as well. You see that I mixed it. All right, enough.
This is not an ASMR podcast.
There we go. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I did the socials thing.
All right, sick.
Cool.
Fantastic.
So we're back doing Am I the Arsehole?
Yes, didn't do last week, and we're doing it this week.
I feel like
It's pretty self-explanatory.
yeah, I feel a bit like I'm getting withdrawal symptoms from judging other people.
Same. That's the thing with Nuclear Revenge. Like they're so resolute. Like they've already figured out what.
I feel like Nuclear Revenge is just one of those things that you walk it. Everything's taken care of. Everything's taken place. You're just in awe at the destruction.
It's like there's Am I the Arsehole, and then Nuclear Revenge is like I am the arsehole. Like I've already.
I feel it's more like I may be an asshole, but I'm a satisfied asshole.
Yeah, like, and yeah, you can't talk down to me otherwise.
I'll fuck up your life.
I'll ruin your life too.
First story. Bing bong.
First post. I, female 35, have a friend, female 32, who asked me to dog sit her poodle for 2 weeks while she was on vacation with her husband.
I already hate this story. I don't like poodles.
I had some rough patches with my friends before, but she paid me before to take care of her dog, and my house is big, so I agreed.
So, I don't understand if she was paid.
She was paid to look after the dog
on a previous occasion. Is that what she's saying?
I think she meant this time. She said, "Okay, here's what I understand from what this woman's rambling about."
Raving.
What she's trying to say is she has a large home, right? So which is ideal for pets.
And she's been compensated to do it.
She's being compensated to do it. Usually she wouldn't bother, but because she's being compensated to do it,
it seems fair play.
It seems fair, and also she's got such a large house that she practically doesn't even have to see the dog for 2 weeks. It's gonna be on the other side.
She just leaves food in random places.
Hopes for the best. So she says, "I really like dogs. I've had many throughout the years, and now I have one old good golden boy named Dorado.
Aww.
But I really hated this dog. Peed everywhere, was destructive, picked up fights with Dorado. What?
Typical poodle behaviour.
Felt entitled to my food while having a bowl of untouched What? While having a bowl of untouched and even shitted on my bed. Out of all the places he could shit,
Wait, hang on a minute.
he decided to shit on my bed.
What's the title of this post?
Am I the arsehole for leaving my friend's dog at a dog shelter after she abandoned him at my home? Okay, well, we'll discuss the title in a minute.
Okay, crack on. No, sorry, because you went into it and I didn't know what the context was, so, There, go on.
After 2 weeks, I called my friend expecting her to be back in town and come to get her little monster back. She never answered. No text, no social media, nothing. After trying to reach her on Instagram, I got blocked. I waited for her to appear on my front door, but that never happened. I called her husband. He also ghosted me. After 10 days of being ghosted, 10 days in addition to the 2 weeks that
I believe so, yeah.
After 10 days of being ghosted, I had enough. Went to a shelter and dropped the dog there. They won't accept pet dogs into the shelter, so I said it was a stray dog.
It's an awfully well-kept poodle, this stray.
No sheds everywhere. It must be stray. I finally had peace at home, and 1 week later, my friend called me saying that she was coming back for her dog. I blew up at her, asking where the hell she was, and I got tired of waiting, so I dropped the dog off at a shelter. She started fighting with me over the phone, saying that it was unfair that I was putting her dog in danger and that I could have just waited a little longer. I sent her the shelter address, and some days later, she said she was going to sue me because she had to buy her dog back. This shelter doesn't sell dogs. Maybe she was charged an adoption fee. She is making my life so much more dramatic right now. Maybe I should have waited a few more years. Was I wrong for doing what I did? Alright, so you got left with a dog for almost a month then.
Aye.
If it was February, it would have been almost a month.
Well, 24.
At least 24 days.
At least, yeah.
That's the.
So a month, a whole fucking month.
That is mental. And the dog shit on your bed.
Whew. Someone else's dog.
Someone else.
You don't even love that creature.
Yeah.
You can't even forgive it.
Dorado would have never done that.
Yeah, Dorado's the best boy. Hey,
yeah.
Hey, shout out to Dorado.
What did she call him again?
Golden boy.
One good old golden boy.
Gotta love retrievers.
Golden boy. Yeah, she loves him.
What was I gonna say?
And apparently the poodle was trying to beef Dorado as well.
Ah, no, it was the ops.
Yeah. This poodle sounds shit.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, because when I've not had my pets defecate on my bed, but they have peed on my bed before.
Oh.
One of my cats may have. I don't remember. I've had one of my cats vomit on my cables, and I had to clean them up. The smell alone was vile. But the thing is that they were my cats,
yeah,
and I love them, and I can forgive them. It'd be like it was no different to me than changing a child's dirty diaper. You know what I mean? It's what you do to look after the creatures you love. It's different when it's someone else's animal and you've got no emotional attachment to that creature. That is essentially an intruder coming in and shitting on your bed to mark their dominance. So I can definitely relate on the frustration and see where you're coming from. Fighting with your dog, it may be inevitable because maybe the dog isn't very well socialized, but that's no excuse when behaving when living in your house.
But it's not even on the merit of the dog itself, right? Because she put up with this awful mutt, right, for like a month. The fact that your number was blocked, her husband was ghosting you.
Here's the thing.
What are you? You don't even know what's happened. You don't know if they've just ran away and they've abandoned. Yeah, at that point, because I was gonna say, your title was a little bit misleading initially because I was thinking, well, they're gonna come back, are they not? But yeah, I guess in your mind, for probably a solid 10 days, for over a week, you were probably are they even gonna come back?
I'm very curious to see what circumstances led the owners of the dog to block her.
Oh, clearly they hate the dog too.
No, but then if they hated it that much, they wouldn't have come back for it.
Yeah, they wouldn't have paid the adoption fee to...
Can I please pay to have my dog back?
That dog that beefing everyone else in the kennels.
It's formed a gang.
The poodle, that's...
Poodle boys.
The poodle pack leader.
For me, the biggest question is why did they block you?
Yeah.
Cut all contact from you, and then when you were rightfully gone, I mean, you imagined, you could have imagined anything. They could have been, well, they couldn't have been dead because they blocked you, but
Oh, maybe the murderer could have blocked them.
yeah, but they weren't dead. The point I'm making is that if they had a good enough reason, then yeah, she would have been the asshole. But because they gave no reason whatsoever, they just blew up at her. Then I suppose her actions were justified.
She didn't really go into what they said to her. Like, oh, where's our dog? Where are you? Where have you been?
When was this post made?
A day ago, like
Okay.
23 hours ago.
Okay.
So
Let's see.
yeah, so she started.
No edits.
She started. No edits, dude. Started finding me over the phone, saying it was unfair. Saying it was
Unfair. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
What?
You disappeared. Your dog is like, your dog is like
A menace as well. I think that's what makes things worse. If they had a blessed dog that was just chill, like wasn't being a complete nuisance.
if a dog wasn't a nuisance, I feel she would have had more of a reason to like hold on to it because she'd be like, "You're a good dog. Your owners are acting sus, but I don't want to get rid of you necessarily." You know what I mean?
Little sweetheart.
Yeah. You'd feel some sort of compassion towards the dog, but obviously, you brought in like this monster into your home.
Dude, that dog knows something, man. That dog is onto something if it knows to shit on your bed to upset you.
I love how she was just like, he feels entitled to my food.
That's no, but then the dog, the dog's on the dog Reddit. He's
Can you believe this bitch that fucking hosted me? She wouldn't even let me eat her food, so I shit on her bed. Tap it away with this like fucking perfectly groomed paws.
20,000 upvotes.
Not the asshole. Fuck that bitch. You did well to shit on her bed. Next time, pee on her to assert dominance.
I'm writing this from a shelter. We did it, boys.
Update: my owners are back.
Finally.
Where the fuck did they go?
I've been eating from their plates ever since. Surely you've met this dog a couple times before. Or once before at least.
Well,
Before you let it into your home.
she said she's done it before.
Did she?
She said she's been paid before to do it, so I assume she's done it on another occasion.
She said she's had many dogs throughout the years. She's got one great dog now.
No, at the very, very beginning. What did she say?
She said she's had some rough patches with friends before, but she paid me to take care of a dog. Also, my house is big.
Oh my god. I'm seeing for the first time.
I told you.
But she paid me before, had to take care of her dog.
Go on, give him another verbatim sentence.
Okay, let me find one. Okay.
Give him another verbatim sentence.
Yeah, so it even shitted on my bed. Not even shat.
SHITTED.
Shitted.
She shitted on the dog. Shitted on my bed.
Okay, let's get one thing out the way. The overarching question here: is she the asshole? No, she didn't. This dog was a blight to her home. It overstayed its welcome probably from day one, but
yeah,
it went well over the agreed time of her dog sitting it. Not to mention that whatever she was paid to do this probably accounted for that time. So any time beyond that must have been a drain on her own money, because obviously, it still has to eat without getting given a decent explanation, because she might have even been able to firm it. I think that the open hostility of being blocked and disregarded whilst there's this creature running amok in your home, I feel like what she did was pretty much justified.
She had to tell the shelter that it was a stray.
Look,
you got to do what you got to do.
You got to do, yeah.
And if she's being blocked as well, dude, your mind, dude, the human mind would run marathons in the space of 10 days being blocked. You're like, have they ran away together? Like,
have they eloped?
Yeah,
without their dog.
What is going on? Like, was this their elaborate plan? Like they've, how people are like, I could stay here forever when they go on holiday. Like,
I think these guys,
did they actually follow through?
They took it literally, and then they couldn't withdraw any more money from their Monzo card, so they're like, shit, we gotta go back.
We've got to go back.
Nah, but I mean, it's completely. There's a humongous question mark here, because I can only speculate. And obviously, there's always the third there's always the third possibility that this didn't even happen. But hey, it's no fun to entertain that.
Or that they got murdered or something.
But they came back.
No, but they could have died.
That would have been a speculation though, because they came back in the end. We know they came back.
I suppose, yeah, but
you could have thought they died.
But if imagine you're the woman, you're with this dog that's shitting on your bed and eating your food, and is destructive, right? Was destructive. It picked fights with Dorado, dude. It picked fights with Dorado. No one picks fights with Dorado.
How do you?
Would have sheltered it immediately.
I don't think dogs really pick fights. That's just a horrible way of putting it, to be fair. Dogs are more like, they don't pick fights. They're more like
probably it was fighting to be the alpha, maybe.
Yeah, they're just it's a dominance thing.
Yeah. But yeah, like what other options do you have?
It's not. It's not like he's just.
Well, Dorado doesn't sound like he would be that bothered. What if Dorado orchestrated all of this? What if Dorado was the one that shit on your bed? When you weren't looking, Dorado ate from your plate.
To be fair,
like, what this poodle is a nightmare.
We got no proof that this isn't how it went down.
And you know how dogs bring the newspaper? Dorado brought like a shelter leaflet free to the living room.
Of course, we'll just get rid of him.
No, Dorado, I couldn't. Dorado gives her a nod.
It's just like nodding. He's just like nudging the paper further into.
She's like, no. She throws it away. He burrows through the bin.
Starts growling at her like, "What the fuck are you doing, woman?"
Gives it back.
I've not really got much more to say because there's not much context we've been given. Look, as I said, you weren't given a good reason. Them blowing up at you. I mean, their whole behavior of first blocking you when they are met with the repercussions of their avoidance of you, to blow up at you. None of this makes sense. It is completely irrational behavior. And without any further elaboration, I can't really say anything about that much more than, you were well within your right to do what you did because of the position you were put in. If she elaborated a bit more on what reason they gave her, that would have been a lot more interesting, to be honest. But maybe the comments do ask her. So let's go to...
Do you think she brought Dorado with her to the shelter when she was dropping off the other dog?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
No, not that dog. Not that dog. He's fine.
No. He's with me. He's my dog. He's not
mine.
A stray on like this perfectly groomed poodle.
This other one that I found on the streets about today, right now.
Look, I saved him from chewing on a whole bar of chocolate. So to be fair, it's better if he stays with
True.
This little fucker's got a death wish.
His bowels are empty. Trust me.
Just take my word for it.
So, to weigh up as well. I don't even think I weighed out. I think I was just climbing on Dorado the whole time. I mean, it makes sense. Again, your mind would rush to crazy places. You don't know what's going on. If they blocked you, or if they blocked me personally, I would go nuts. I would be like, what the fuck? How dare you? I'm looking after because dogs are basically, not obviously children are a lot more. No, intense,
they are.
But dogs are essentially children.
They are.
Come on. You can't be doing that to me.
I mean, at the end of the day, dogs are just sturdier children.
No, exactly. Yeah,
exactly. If your dog bangs its head against the corner, you'll walk it off. No, your kid will probably end up speaking in tongues for the rest of his life.
Exactly. That's exactly the point I was going to make.
Exactly.
It was
verbatim.
Verbatim.
What you said, Danny.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, you're cool. You're right. I'm not. Look, I'll be honest. I hate all dogs, Dorado included. I can't be bothered with any of them.
Terrible.
I love cats. I just love cats, and it's not like I love cats because I hate dogs. It's just I like how, like, after a month, dude, they clean themselves. They're self-serving in general. Like, if you died at home,
they'd eat you.
They'd eventually start picking up your corpse. Like, they're just practical. They're pragmatic. I love them.
I'm a big fan of Red Dwarf. For anyone who hasn't seen Red Dwarf, there's basically, long story short, there's a dude who evolved from cats, like we evolved from monkeys, and basically, like the way they display his traits, his cat-like trait in human forms. He ends like it gets addressed. He's basically, if cats were humans, they'd be sociopaths.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it. But it's a lot more lighthearted when the Red Dwarf guys do it. I don't know, man. I just love cats and dogs alike. I prefer cats. I do have a preference, and it is cats. but much like you, because they look after themselves a lot easier.
Yeah, and I like the idea that you can come home and like I feel like, I'll be honest, like with dogs, it's like they go like, yes,
But
you're
no-
home, yes. They're like fucking streakers, fireworks. They like jump up on you. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but the thing is
But
that
with,
your
with
own
cats, they're a lot more like subtle. They're like, you're home.
yeah, but
Let's go.
no
Hey,
one will give you
purr. You know?
no one will give you a warmer welcome than your dog.
Exactly. Yeah, but I
Ever.
don't want a warm welcome.
Well, you're sad.
I just want to.
You're just sad, dude. How do you don't want a warm welcome?
I just want to chill.
You just come home from a hard day's work. Honey, I'm home. Oh, fuck off.
Oh,
Come on. What is it you're after?
Hostility.
Oh, yes. Make me stronger.
It makes me warm inside.
What's for dinner? Nothing for you.
I ate it already. Your dinner's gone cold. I gave it to the cat. Oh.
I gave it to the
At
dog.
least the cat's happy. Yeah.
Wait, we have a dog.
We have a dog. Now life sucks. All right, look, yeah.
Nah, you're full of it. Dogs are great.
Do you remember the movie? I don't know if you remember the movie Cats vs Dogs.
I think it was just called
No, it was Cats vs Dogs.
It was called Cats and Dogs, I think.
Was it Cats and Dogs?
It was called Cats and Dogs. Cats versus Dogs sounds...
It was just called Cats and Dogs. Yeah. Cats and Dogs. You remember this movie from 2001?
Yeah.
Oh man, what a movie!
They used to play it on Italian TV like every fucking Christmas.
Dude, Toby Maguire was the voice of Lou.
Who was the cat?
Sean Hayes.
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum was Professor Brody. Dude, Cats versus Dogs.
Cats and Dogs.
Cats versus Dogs.
Cats versus Dogs just sounds like the preface to a bloodbath because dogs would win. I feel like I'm quite a mild-mannered person when it comes down to it, and there aren't many things that make my blood boil as much as movies with talking animals. I don't know what it is, man.
Well, the thing is as well, the early 2000s, it breeded some weird movies.
Dude. Funny you should say that discussing cats and dogs.
Well, yeah. Nah, it bred some weird movies, dude. Were they like with the mouths? Did the mouths go along with the?
Do you know what I
genuinely can't remember with Cats and Dogs.
Tell you. I forgot.
Do you remember the movie Baby Geniuses?
You forced me to watch that movie.
Banger.
I hated that movie.
Hey, homework for everyone listening to the podcast. Go watch Baby Geniuses.
I feel like everyone's got that movie. You know, for me it was Richie Rich.
That was a banging movie.
It was a good movie.
That was a banging movie.
It was a good movie, wasn't it?
Was it with the McDonald's in his home?
Yeah.
That's a good film. That's a good film.
I feel like it extremely.
Did you want to be Richie Rich?
Well, yeah. Who didn't want to be Richie Rich? Dude?
I wanted to be the cat.
Why?
In Cats versus Dogs, and win.
But they lost.
I know. That's what I didn't like about the movie. They painted cats to be these evil creatures. Whereas dogs, they were like, oh, they're so great. They're not that good.
Oh, well, what about Stuart Little, where the cats are also the villains? Or Cinderella?
They're an easy target because they can't... It's not like you can get a lawsuit from a cat.
True.
You know?
I mean, it's not really murder. Would it be murder?
Oh, yeah, the cats were the bad guys in Stuart Little.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Stuart Little's a mouse. There's Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, but Tom and Jerry is more about the duality of man.
What are you talking about?
It is about the duality of man, don't you think?
I suppose.
Because one is, well, okay, I feel like I opened the can.
I'm letting you roll with it.
Okay, fine. Okay, here's my interpretation about Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
Well, no, because it's, you know, they say there's the cat and mouse, right? And, you know, the cat symbolizes the brute force, and, you know, the mouse represents the, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, resourcefulness and cunning. Yeah. And the point I'm making is that it doesn't make sense, because on any other day, Tom would destroy Jerry.
Yeah, I mean, you see all those comments online now of like, oh, Jerry always got away with it. Haha, Tom sucks. All right, look. Let's say you're like 6 years old. Your mum leaves the living room for like 2 minutes.
You know, you go on.
And Tom succeeds. Tom succeeds, and he fucking mangles Jerry.
Rips him to shreds.
Plays with him a little bit, as cats do.
Starts playing ping pong with his head and his
Jerry goes into like cardiac arrest because he's like frightened because he's finally been
caught.
Like the years of suffering he's brought to Tom. Tom's now giving it back to him.
Tenfold.
Tenfold. But Tom's finally, he's gone forward thinking with this. He's blocked off all the little mouse doors in the house.
There's nowhere to run.
Nowhere to run.
Nowhere to run, Jerry.
He's put sticky traps everywhere. So now Jerry's hind legs are gone. He's just crawling through.
This is getting really...
He's crawling through.
Where are you going with this?
Mum's like, dinner's going to be ready in 10 minutes. She's not coming back in the room to reassure you. She's putting on the peas.
And you're just glued to the telly watching this bloodbath unfold on childhood TV.
So yeah, I think that's why Tom never caught Jerry.
Because that's what would happen, isn't it?
100%.
Yeah, I go.
Yeah.
I agree. It would so have happened. I don't think they would have aired that.
It would have been like the dog in the episodes would have walked in and been like,
What the fuck? What the fuck? He was my friend. What have you done? Do you think? Okay, here's a question. Do you think they were like, when you were growing up, who did you want like Tom to catch Jerry? Because that's how I always felt when watching Tom and Jerry, you know, Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote. I always wanted the predator to win.
I think, you know what the weird thing is? I think with Roadrunner, I always wanted the Roadrunner to win. I feel like I could relate to the Roadrunner a little bit.
Meep, meep.
It just, a little bit. Weirdly enough. Like, because, I don't know. Maybe I can't relate to the Roadrunner.
Could you run that fast as a kid?
I wish. I mean, I remember running around the playground.
I'm Roadrunner, guys. Beep, beep. Oh, he's at it again. You're going to be Wile E. Coyote. No, Ghaly, we're not playing. No. You have to take out the knives and fork while you chase me. Ghaly.
I definitely said meet me for loads.
Wow.
Yeah.
I always wanted Wile E. Coyote to win because, I don't know, he just looks so fucking malnourished, the poor thing.
But that's the thing, he was likeable. Wile E. Coyote was likeable.
So was Tom. I really like Tom.
Well, that's the thing though, because there were moments where Tom could have executed Jerry, but he didn't. He let him go. It's thrill of the chase. I think that's what Tom and Jerry teaches you.
And this is why Tom and Jerry represents the duality of man, because
it's not about because
once you get what you want,
exactly,
there's nothing left.
Exactly, it's not about the destination. It's about the
although
journey.
It doesn't apply to cats because mice fuck and reproduce like constantly.
No,
so
Jerry was eunuch, innit?
Jerry was.
He was a man. He was a man of God. You didn't see, but when he went
back inside that hole, a big crucifix.
I just want to thank God for another day on this planet.
Thank you, Lord, for not letting that rotted cat get a hold of me.
Look, I don't know where that plank came from to hit him on the head, but damn, you've given me another day, God.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, for not allowing me to become a pulp of flesh before this feline monster that is Tom.
Anyway.
Beware of Satan.
Anyway.
You know what's scary though?
I'm beginning to float towards a block of cheese right now, so I'll be back.
Do you know what's scary though? That it's actually here's the thing about, right? Here's what I found out. Basically, what it was, we were talking, and this is how I found out how efficient cats are at fucking at hunting, right?
Mm.
Basically, as you know, I'm a big animal lover, so it is what it is. I love cats and dogs.
Yeah.
And we were talking, we got onto the topic with Jess's grandparents, and Jess's granddad was much more of a dog person, because he just liked the loyalty of dogs, And he said, I don't really care for cats. They hunt too much. I looked into it. It turns out cats are responsible for a fair few, don't ask me which because I don't remember, but they're responsible for a fair few species going extinct in the UK.
Oh yeah, like birds and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're brutally efficient hunters.
Oh yeah, they're really good. And mini tigers.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're the best.
I feel like we should move on.
Yeah,
we're really circle jerking cats right now.
Yeah,
I feel like the dog audience at home is.
they're getting upset.
Yeah.
Like, when is it our turn to shine? I'll answer that question for you right now. Never. Never. It would take a hell of a lot to. I think a dog would. Even then, dude, I was gonna say even a dog would have to save me in like a life or death situation, and also sacrifice itself too.
What? So the dog has to die in this scenario?
Yeah, he has to die for my sins.
Fuck off. No, but funny that is not as common as you think. To be fair.
What, dogs saving their owners?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's less likely than you think, especially if you got like a fucking.
Yeah, it's more likely.
Eh?
More likely.
What do you mean?
You said it's less likely than I think.
No. I mean it. Like it's less like it's very unlikely. It's less likely than you think for a dog to see someone hurting you and fucking taking action. I'm not gonna get too into it because I don't want to like waffle for like 3 hours about dog breeds. But so look at it this way: if you got like a golden retriever or a Labrador, yeah, there's basically no chance of them fucking baring their teeth at someone assaulting you.
They're pretty chill.
Yeah, literally. But if you got like a German Shepherd, for example, and
More
even
aggressive,
then,
more aggressive.
But even then, there's factors to consider, like what is his temperament, what was his parents' temperament, is he prone to that kind of thing, Because even police dogs, they get bred for the job.
That's how dogs were created from wolves, because it was just generation after generation of only breeding the more chill wolves.
Yeah. Like
the less aggressive ones, the ones that were more prone to like being domesticated.
Yeah.
And now we have Chihuahuas.
In the UK, I looked into it.
Yeah.
You cannot have a dog that is directly related to a wolf by at least the minimum is like 4 or 5 generations.
I was thinking 5 generations would be safe, because then you're far away enough of, but it's still going to look like a wolf though.
Yeah,
for sure. Those are some dominant genes. I should read some comments.
Yeah. Let's go. I don't know how much of that you want to keep in, by the way.
I mean, the dog park can.
We'll keep the cat stuff.
I like the cat stuff.
I don't like dogs.
Can I?
Dogs, cat. Yeah.
Let me emphasize my only personality trait some more. Anyway, let's read some comments.
Did they clarify on what the fuck happened when they ghosted her?
No, they didn't.
No,
they didn't.
None at all. Not in the comments. Not even. Is no one asking about it?
There is a little bit more detail in the comments though.
Right.
I've searched the person's username. There's a little bit more detail. So I'll read the first comment and then we'll dive into some points that she's made within the comments. So the top comment is, one time I was babysitting a kid for about 2 weeks. When the parents were supposed to pick him up, they vanished and blocked me on all forms of communication. Finally, 10 days after I picked up dates, I called CPS and the kid was taken away. My friend reached out about a few days later and blew up at me. Does this help? Not the arsehole. Oh, so they've tried to make an equivalent of a child was left in...
Well, I'm sorry, but no, it doesn't quite work the same way.
It doesn't, yeah, that's what I was going to say. There's definitely differences.
It doesn't quite work the same way. Because CPS could easily turn around and say, well, you got him, you're looking after him, the child's not in danger, we don't need to do anything. The parents left him with you.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where the legality of a matter would come into play with a child.
It's
but
weird.
They would not be like, well, the child's not in danger, so there's that.
Someone said, not the arsehole, if this is real, but please make sure you did not drop the dog at a no-kill shelter. Because even if you don't like him, he shouldn't die. Block her right away also. And then the OP responded with, it was a no-kill. I know the shelter. They only euthanize really sick and already dying dogs. It's good to know. And finally...
Yeah, that never even crossed my mind, to be fair.
Let me guess. All these rough patches you've had with this friend are treating you like shit and never having consequences. Not the arsehole, cut this person out of your life. And then OP replied with, yeah, she asked me for money once and never paid back. Her husband paid it back and I forgave her. Also found out she was still friends with my ex-husband after my divorce, but also forgave her after she and my ex-husband agreed to cut contact. I also forgave her after she said racist jokes about me on friend gatherings. Also forgave her after she told me to not move forward with my divorce because I would end up being the cat lady from The Simpsons. Also forgave her after she said that my traditionally ethnic clothes looked like a bad Halloween outfit, and many other instances of me forgiving her and accepting her apologies, I'm starting to think she's a master gaslighter where I'm just dumb.
OP.
A laundry list.
OP.
And you looked after her dog, dude.
OP, what the fuck?
Oh,
OP.
dude. Oh, I feel sorry for her now.
OP, you're like, yeah, she said some racist shit. She didn't mean it.
She told me not to get divorced, but she didn't mean it. She owed me
OP.
money. She didn't pay me back, and husband paid me back, but she didn't.
Okay,
Yeah.
OP, hang on a minute. You forgive racist jokes and several nasty comments and money problems, but you draw the line at the dog shitting on your bed. What? Why?
What an incredible story.
What? See, this is what we needed. Context. God damn. But
The fact that she had it lined up, though,
I feel like this woman's got the patience of a saint.
to go through all of that, she was told she'd be the crazy cat lady if she went through a divorce.
I mean, that in itself, it's not necessarily worth getting too butthurt over, because it's mean spirited, but it's not worth losing a friendship over.
Mm.
I mean, if you said something like that to me, like if I was facing a divorce, you'd be like, well, you're gonna end up fat and bald, so I wouldn't do it if I were you. I'd be like, I'll go suck my dick, dude.
Surely, yeah. I mean,
But I would, but I mean, maybe it's different because we're guys. But
well, it depends. Okay, look, personally, if you turn to me and you're like, I'm going through divorce, right? My first question would be, what the fuck happened, right?
well, she probably knew what happened.
I suppose the question is, what do you think I should do, or whatever? My genuine response would just be yourself.
Hey, just be yourself, bro.
Useless. No.
Hey, just be yourself.
Do what you need to
Look.
do. Do what you need to do.
Just go up to her, ask her to the prom, but be yourself.
Be yourself, bro.
Come on, man.
Don't think about improving yourself at all.
Hey,
At all.
the way you are is perfectly fine.
Perfect.
You do not need to change
Perfect.
ever.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know that like nothing good can come of change.
yeah.
So
Stay exactly the same at all times.
so if you drop dead, you'll be the same forever.
Exactly.
Yeah, basically, no more context. Everyone's just saying, not the arsehole, not the arsehole. I agree.
Yeah.
I think we said, fucking hell, we nearly spoke an hour about this.
Well, we were talking about Tom and Jerry, John and Terry.
John and Terry.
Let's talk about John and Terry for a little bit.
Yeah, I love those guys.
I love those guys.
I love that weasel and mongoose.
Yeah.
Like the Australian equivalent.
John, he's just misunderstood.
Yeah. I mean, so what if Dingo stole his... I don't know.
Alright, why'd you close the laptop?
I don't know. I thought we were going to do the segment.
There is a new segment. There's a new
I
segment.
usually brace myself when Ghaly says this shit.
We've been going on and on just to really, even with the new information in hand as well, especially, they just cut the person out of your life.
Yeah.
We haven't actually given that advice in a long time. For real.
Yeah.
Final points, so we don't keep dragging this out. I do actually think it is well worth just ditching this person. The weird racist jokes, telling you you'd be terrible alone and you might as well just like white knuckle
being miserable.
Yeah, being miserable in a relationship you obviously don't want. Dude, yeah, fuck that bitch. Like, she sounds awful. Dude, blocking you,
No,
awful,
I mean that's
awful.
I mean, again, irrational behavior. I don't know. Yeah, what Ghaly said, get rid of her. I know it's redundant to say it, but it's true. Like, if a person's not bringing any positivity to your life,
yeah, I mean, we've talked about this a little bit in the past before. You know how short life is, dude.
Yeah.
What is the point? What is the point of keeping people like that around?
yeah, I mean, people like that are literally poison. You know, they fucking slowly.
Yeah, man. Like, life's tough as it is.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
yeah, fuck that bitch.
So,
New segment.
the people, they liked our improv.
Okay.
They really liked our improv.
Okay.
I'll be honest. I liked our improv, right? Not even in a self-wanky way. It was fun to do.
Yeah, it was.
Right?
It was.
Not like, oh, we're so great, but like it was fun to actually be a part of. But I think the problem with us is that if you were to give us fake prompts, we don't react well to fake prompts.
No, we don't.
Because there's that thing in the back of both of our minds where we're like, this isn't even fucking real, so who cares? Right?
It's more a case of like the way I rationalize the process is that as we get to talking to things, there's like a back door in my brain that's coming up with all these like exaggerated outcomes of a situation.
Mm.
And I feel like when we get into that headspace of just talking shit, I feel like that's when all those scenarios start getting thrown out the fucking door, and that's when they come out.
Yeah.
But yeah, go on.
But I think the point is that I've been examining it, I've been thinking about it.
Okay.
I think it needs to be based in
Reality.
in reality of some
Okay.
sort. So enter /r/ not the onion, where
Oh?
we've got ridiculous real news stories of real people that they're practically made to be exaggerated.
But are they real?
They're real. These are real stories.
They're real, they're not exaggerated.
No, these are real stories. These are real. I've read through a few of the articles. These are real stories of real people and things and places and stuff that are happening around the world, and they sound ridiculous.
Is this kind of like one of those long pictures of Florida man breaks into prison to be with his friends?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
basically, it's. I mean,
Florida man kidnaps scientist to clone his dog.
like, yeah, basically similar shit like that. I'll give you an example.
It's always a Florida man.
One title is "Woman calls 911 over barbecue being too pink and therefore not fully cooked." That's a real story. Yeah, it's a real story. A church built a massive baby Jesus statue that looks exactly like Phil Collins.
I can hear it calling,
In the air tonight.
praise the Lord.
You get the idea. Obviously, not a lot of these sound improbable.
Right, no, okay.
Right.
You certainly stunned me with those two. But...
All right, but I dug through this subreddit the other day. What we also require is a little bit of context too.
Yeah,
right?
More often than not.
Because I feel like that's also what helps us really dig our heels into the situation. So I found a decent one, I think.
Hit me.
Chinese lottery winner of $30 million jackpot keeps it a secret from his wife and child. Right?
Okay.
So a man in southern China is keeping his 219 million yuan lottery jackpot.
You won how many you won?
Such a shit joke, dude. A secret from his wife and child, saying he was worried that the winnings might make them lazy.
Wow, okay.
The man, identified only as Mr. Lee, went alone to the lottery office in Nanning in the southern region of Guangxi. I actually think I said that right.
Okay.
To claim his prize. The Nanning Evening News reported he wore a bright yellow costume that covered his head in photos showing him accepting the prize. I didn't tell my wife and child for fear that they would be too complacent and would not work or work hard in their future, the man told the newspaper last week. He donated 5 million yuan. Is that how you say it?
How's it written?
YUAN.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't get it right either.
To charity, and he said he hadn't decided what to do with the rest. He collects some 171.6 million yuan after taxes. The man bought the winning ticket in a shop in Litang, a town of some 120,000 people, just east of the regional capital of Nanning. The Nanning Evening News said the day after he realised he won, he drove to the biggest city to present the ticket at the lottery headquarters. I only slept in a hotel because I was too afraid to go out and lose the lottery ticket, he said.
Yeah, sorry, is there more to that?
An earlier version of the story misstated the currency of the lottery winning. China's central government runs lotteries to raise money for welfare and sports. Players in Guangxi pick 6 numbers on red balls and 1 on a blue ball. The man said that his winning numbers were ones he'd been playing for years. 2, 15, 19, 26, 27, 29 and 2.
Gangster.
He'd been playing the same numbers for years.
I suppose it is quite literally luck of the draw.
Yeah.
Me and Jess, when we're on our way back from the shops, and Jess fancies a sweetie, right? We go to like a corner shop, and she picks up her sweetie. I pick up typically like a bottle of sparkling water. Every so often, Jess will turn to me and be like, "Do you want to grab a scratch card or two?" And I said, "Yeah, okay." I say, "Yeah, okay," most of the time because we do win from them. The most I've ever won was a tenner. But it's nice to like imagine what you'll do with that 100 grand you'd win.
I think same as well. I think I've won a tenner from scratch cards at some point. I very, very rarely play them though.
Oh yeah, same. It's very infrequent.
Yeah.
Very, very infrequent. It's one of those, oh what the hell, fuck it, go for it type thing. But then, one day, and this, we've been doing this for years now. It's just something we do. It's a, ritual kind of thing. A few weeks back, I took one of the losing scratch cards before I binned it. something compelled me to read through it. Because I knew at a hunch that you could collect up to £100 in a shop. But I wasn't quite sure what to do if you want anything more than that.
Yeah.
You know what they tell you to do?
Go on.
They tell you to post the winning ticket.
Oof.
You know how crazy that is?
That's terrifying.
Imagine you win 100 grand, because that's the most you win in the ones we played with.
Yeah.
You win 100 grand. That's a life-changing amount of money, to be fair.
Yeah. To just
Right?
have. Yeah.
I mean, if it's not life-changing, then it sets you up for success for a lot of things.
And by the way, just for those not in the know, UK law, it's counted as windfall, so you get the full amount. It's not taxed.
Yeah.
It's not taxed. That's all yours.
Yeah. Which is actually quite great. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So winning, technically.
And then I thought to myself, so basically, this dude literally did the same thing I would have done, because I said to Jess, if I ever won, you best believe that ticket is not leaving my sight.
There's no way I'm posting it.
No chance.
Holding your breath like.
No chance. I would. You know what I do?
Yeah.
I'll call my dad, right? I'd be like, Dad, there's 5 grand in it for you if you drive me to the headquarters of wherever you cash in this check.
Like Lotto Go or whatever
Yeah.
it's called. Yeah.
And I would literally just be like, I wouldn't even get in an Uber. I'd be too paranoid.
Yeah.
You know, but and this is the thing that gets me too, yeah. When we do play, there's always that fear, you know, like there's always that fear of like, what if I win and I can't contain my reaction? Because we usually rub the cards while we're walking home.
I would. You'd have to contain it. You'd have to.
But how?
Nerves,
how?
No, nerves are still. You have
how
to.
The fuck?
How that secondary part in your brain will kick in, and you'll be like, if you're in a dodgy area, and you happen to scratch a scratch card, and you give an elated reaction.
I mean,
dude, all mannerisms and like self control within certain people will go out the window.
It becomes a survival instinct.
Exactly,
thing.
like especially like
people who are
they
will rob you. You will get robbed.
Yeah,
for that.
Like a lot of people who have no malicious in their body will suddenly opportunistic people like will kind of let me try that again in English. A lot of people who aren't usually capable of being that way will suddenly be like, holy shit, this person's holding on to like a 250 grand scratch card, 100 grand scratch card. Yeah, they'll launch at you. They'll knock you out. They'll take your shit.
Quick thing as well. Yeah.
No problems.
But yeah, you know, I mean, I think it'd be like, you're right. I think it'd be like a survival thing. Your brain would just be like, shut the fuck up. Yeah. Get home.
Yeah. Like,
break the news to the. Well, this guy didn't break the news to the missus.
That's why I think it's. That's why I'm saying it's improbable, dude.
Yeah. Like, you know, break the news to the missus when you get home.
Yeah.
And take measures to fucking retrieve this money. Fucking hell, dude. Yeah, that's a crazy circumstance.
And that's why I think that it's. Do you think it's improbable? I can set the scene for you if you want.
Yeah, you're good at that. You set the scene.
I can set the
scene. Who do I play? Do I play the husband or the wife?
So here's what I'm thinking. To balance out the power within this scenario, I think that one of us plays the husband, and then the other one plays the wife and the child.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Who do you want to play? Should we flip a coin?
Yeah, flip a coin. Heads, I'm the husband.
Do you want to pass me my wallet? Okay, heads for husband. Tails for wife and child.
Tails, isn't it?
It's tails.
Okay.
What does that mean?
I'm the wife and child.
You're the wife, child, I'm the husband.
Yeah.
Here's the scenario. I've just come back from the lottery headquarters. You and child are at home. Your wife and child are at home. And you notice I've been away for a night. You don't know where I've been. Right, I've been disappeared. I didn't even tell you where I went. I've just gotten back, and there's a spring in my step, and you notice I'm wearing some Louboutins. What else? I'm wearing some Louboutins. My ears are pierced for some reason. I'm wearing gold studs.
Few gold teeth.
Yeah. A few grills. I'm wearing grills.
Okay.
And yeah, I think that's where we.
Go on. Oh, hello, husband.
Hello, wife.
Well, there's some nice crepes you got. Open your mouth.
Why?
Open your mouth. No. A bit more than that. When did you have time to?
I-
What are those in your teeth?
I moved fast. Yeah,
What the?
someone owed me a favor, so I...
What? So they got you those really nice Louboutin. Mommy, Daddy's back. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, he's back again.
Shut the fuck up. Hang on
Oh,
a
I
minute.
forgot we had a... Oh, you have a child. I forgot we had a child.
Hey, little Timmy, go back to.
I hate the fact that I am a father.
Hey, little Timmy, go back to playing whatever it is.
He'll never know about all my... I mean, oh.
Wait, what was that? What was that?
What?
Is that a stud in your ear?
That's the...
Wait, whoa, hang on. Whoa. Is that a big... What's that you're carrying?
What, the swag bag over my shoulder?
Yeah.
With the big dollar sign on it?
Are those potatoes in there? Because, we're starving and...
I got a really good deal on rice.
Oh, right. Of course, it's rice.
Yes, because that's what... Because that is the... For those who aren't in the know, that is the primary... That's a big income in China. It's very cheap here.
Well, it's a good thing you brought rice.
It's locally harvested, so... I was able to get loads, and I so happened to have a swag bag with a dollar sign on it, full of rice.
It's a good thing you brought it because, see, this last few months have been very difficult. The bailiffs have been trying to...
Mummy!
Hang on a minute. Timmy, I said, hang on a minute. I'm guilt tripping your dad.
Oh, I hate that kid.
Hey, this isn't a Billie Jean situation, all right? This is your son. Show some respect, all right?
Yes.
Okay, I was just going to say,
Yeah.
I was showing you...
This bag really aches. It really hurts my back.
Put it down. What's in the bag, husband?
It's...
Mommy, is there food for that? Yeah, your dad's got a whole bag.
God,
your dad's got a whole bag.
Yeah, we can afford to get rid of him. I mean...
Your dad's got a whole bag full of rice, son. He's gonna make us some egg fried rice for dinner.
Oh, God.
Anyway,
yeah.
put the bag down. I'm trying to talk to you.
Alright, I'll put the bag down. I'm going to tie the bag up.
Hey, a coin fell out the bag.
It must have been my change.
Oh, right, of course, because you paid for...
I think they put my change for the rice in the bag.
But you said someone gave it to you because they owed you a favour.
Those were the grills.
So you went and got grills,
Yeah.
knowing full well that the house is in the threat of being repossessed.
Yeah. No, I bought rice.
Yeah, but what's with the grills?
The grills were free. The Louboutins were also free. The
Now,
bag came with the rice.
Well, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to sell the shoes and the teeth because, as I said, they're trying to repossess the house. Are you?
Okay, how
Mommy,
about...
I don't want to move. Shut the fuck up, Timmy.
How old is he again?
He's like 17.
He's like 7.
He takes off to you. I mean, remember, you were still talking like this when you were like 35. So
Yeah, only like last year was I...
yeah. It was a miracle that you got hit by that donkey on your way home, man.
Frankly, it's a shock that I even came home, to be honest with you.
Why is that?
It's been a rough couple of days.
And what?
I've been really stressed out.
So what you've been thinking of leaving us? Mommy, tell Daddy not to leave. Hey, Timmy, your dad wants to leave us.
Oh, stop! I hate. Oh, God.
I think if every so often you gave that poor kid a little bit of fucking validation, his balls might actually drop. You're always out there. You come home. You fucking hit the booze. You go to bed.
I can afford to hit the booze.
I thought we were broke.
Fuck! How do I keep this a secret from my wife?
Who are you talking to?
Sorry, it was an internal monologue.
Yeah, but you were whispering.
Don't worry about the bag. Don't worry about the Louboutins. Don't worry about the bills. Most importantly, I've got a friend who owes me a favor.
What do you mean? Don't worry about the bills.
I got a friend.
The other day you were talking about how you were gonna kill yourself. Mommy, tell Daddy not to kill us. Oh my God, Timmy!
God.
Fucking go get hit by a mule like your dad did.
The TV break or something. Why is he just?
We had to fucking give the TV so we could eat last week.
This whole time he's just been staring at me in the eyes, like he looks up to me or something.
Yes, he's a bit weird.
I hate that kid. I reckon I could get a jackpot sum of money if we gave him away.
I mean, you're not talking about human trafficking, are you? Because the wangs next door, they got rid of their daughter who kept kicking the chickens, and they got a fair bit of money from it. So if you're talking about
The wangs next door have chickens.
yeah,
We live on like the 30th floor of it.
it's great. Could you not hear them all night clucking away?
That's why she kicks him.
Yeah.
Damn.
In all fairness, so it was quite justified actually.
Yeah, we could do the same.
Him.
Yeah.
No way. The
Fine.
kid couldn't blow his candles, to be fair. So I don't know what they're gonna use him for, like human trafficking. He's no good for like organs.
Well,
we have like a mad degenerate.
Maybe we could get him a job. Wife, I haven't taken my coat off yet.
You're still holding that fucking bag,
Don't come near the bag.
or what?
Don't come near the fucking bag. I'm gonna be right back. Alright, bag's back on my shoulder. You have to trust me. I'll be right back. Give me about a day.
A day.
A day. I'm just gonna go get some milk.
No.
Exchange
Listen. Don't start with that. That's how my dad left. And he came home with a big fucking bag. Then he started talking about buying milk. And he never came back.
Well,
where you going,
I'm
husband?
exchanging a little bit of the rice.
Mommy, I want milk. Oh my God, Timmy.
See, he wants milk. I'm being a good
Why
dad.
Why would you bring it up?
Being a good
You know how
dad.
shrill he gets when there's talk of milk.
He loves milk.
Timmy, get off, man.
He
I
keeps-
want milk, mommy. Get off.
In between unbroken eye contact with me and the
He's.
the lips suckling at your teat, he's unbearable.
I hate this kid. I feel like we're becoming the same person.
I'm gonna go exchange some fucking rice for milk. All right.
Well, but we need the rice to eat.
A little bit of. We need to drink as well.
Well, you're gonna take the whole bag with you?
The whole thing.
Are you like? Is this like a workout routine you're trying out?
Don't question it, wife. Don't question it. I'll be back soon.
Mommy, where's Daddy going? Don't talk to me.
Hey, scene.
Next story. Am I the arsehole for putting mistakes in my shared Google Doc notes? I, 21 male, am currently taking Organic Chemistry 1. Needless to say, the class is incredibly tough. Luckily though, I have been studying since day one, so I am doing alright in the class. I am taking the class with a group of friends, so to help them out, I shared the personal notes that I take in class with them via a Google Doc, and I encourage them to invite anyone they know. Recently, one of my friends invited a friend of theirs, let's call her Jade, who I've never really interacted with, but I have a massive crush on. I think she and I would make a great couple, but
Oh god.
This reads like a Dear Diary thing.
Oh man.
I think she and I would make a great couple, but she's not really into sensitive smart guys because on her Instagram, I see all her stories.
God, yeah.
Because on her Instagram, I see all her stories show her out with really jock-like men. Our third exam is in a couple of days, and as I was going through the Google Doc, I realised that she was going through the doc the most. You can see who looks at or edits the doc on Google Docs, and most of my other friends would pop up sometimes, but I would see her icon pop up a lot. I also know for a fact that she isn't doing well in class. So I got a really good idea. I would put subtle mistakes in the doc so that she wouldn't do well in the exam, and then I can offer to tutor her. That way, I can interact with her and talk to her so that she'll realise that I have a great personality and we can hopefully go out together. I told my friend about this plan and they called me an incel arsehole. Personally, I think they're overreacting because Jade isn't going to do well either way, even if I don't put mistakes. So my plan will actually benefit her grades while also allowing me to interact with her and talk to her. I think it's a win-win for everyone, but I was wondering if my friend may have been onto something. So am I the arsehole?
Whoa, that is weird.
What an idiot.
What the fuck is wrong with you? What's wrong with you, man?
Wow.
I'm going to intentionally misinform her.
I am going to, never mind misinform her, I am going to actively become a hindrance so that I may get the chance to acquire some pum. What was it he said that made me almost choke?
Oh my god. Just the bit where...
But she's not really into sensitive, smart guys. I bet you're clapped. I hate to be this direct.
Yeah.
No, I like being direct, but this direct, I bet you're not that good looking. But you think your only redeeming features are being smart and sensitive. You're not sensitive. You're a devious little cunt.
I would go... You know what? I'd go on the other end of the spectrum. They're not a bad looking person, but that shitty attitude is absolutely ruining them. That is fucking crazy person behaviour.
Based on that post, this guy has no self-awareness. And that shows.
I mean, unbelievable.
Hey, look, if you know she's struggling, instead of being a complete fucking maniac and potentially making this poor girl waste a shit ton of money retaking classes
and time, oh my god,
why don't you say to her, would you like to do a study session together. Maybe not exactly this, right? Not exactly this. I'm no Casanova, okay? But be direct. Just be like, hey, look, out of curiosity, are you struggling? Oh, okay. I don't mind giving you a hand. Whatever. Just put yourself out there, you motherfucker. Don't. Okay, let's be real here. Let's be real. What's your expectation here, my friend? Do you expect? Oh, gee whiz, I failed organic chemistry 1. I don't have enough money to retake the semester. I'm gonna have to drop out, and you don't get what you want. Did that cross your mind?
Why didn't you just immediately ask her if she wanted to be study buddy?
Or did it cross your mind that if she fails, right, she's probably not even gonna consider asking you for help at all? She might go elsewhere. She might fucking do some independent studying or talk to God, or I don't know, the fucking teacher who's running the course to ask for help before she comes to you.
I'm speechless. It's been a little while since I've been speechless.
I love these.
I am genuinely besides myself as to what a horrible thing to do to someone. What a genuinely horrible thing to do to someone.
To aspire to do to someone.
It's just, instead of this weird mind game shit, just talk to her. Just talk to her.
You know,
just immediately, like, you don't have to approach it, I'm smart and sensitive, just fucking go up to her, be like, hey, did you want to study together for, look, it's going to be, life is tough. You go up to her, you go, do you want to study together? Right? She says, nah, I'm okay. Right? Take it as a sign. Let's be honest.
Not even. Do you know what I say? He's already been given a golden opportunity because she's a friend of a friend. Okay? Hey, dude. You know how we're bros, right? Yeah. You know how you like, you know how I help you out in chemistry and whatnot? Yeah. Listen, got a crush on this girl. Can you like help me out? Be my wingman. Yeah. Anything.
Yeah.
True. Anything.
Yeah. And then what? And then you talk to your friend. And you go, hey, tell her, because I mean, from, in between all of the narcissism, it sounds as though you're doing quite well. Get your friend to then relay that you're actually cracked and you could be of a great help to Jade. And then your friend can relay it if they like you, and they have your best interests in mind. And then there you go.
You know what?
Hop, skip, and a jump. You're studying with Jade, and you get to flex your sensitive and smart personality.
And maybe get beyond third base if you're lucky.
The little dig of like, oh, but on her Instagram, she's always with jock guys.
As opposed to who is an acceptable type of person she should hang out with.
That's exactly what I'm
according
thinking.
to you.
Exactly. It's like, firstly, it's not your problem who she hangs out with. That's her life.
Yeah.
You fucking goblin. Like,
actual goblin.
What is wrong? Oh my god.
I'm picturing Urkel,
Yeah, I'm just so
like a devious Urkel.
Vertically fucking someone's life up on the off chance you can make a gain from it.
It's quite interesting because when people set out making these plans, right? These very multi-layered, they think they're brilliant. They think they're like what's it called? They think they're like fucking not James Bond, but fucking Sherlock. The reason why these plans you think are gonna work so well is because you don't account for what could go wrong. These people never account for, but what if this happens, or what if that happens? Like these scenarios I was listing earlier. What if she fails and drops out? What if she just doesn't think of you as a source of tutelage? What if she just...
Let's forget about Jade for 2 seconds. You've said that this Google Doc is being shared by a bunch of people. What if someone who's actually doing well suddenly is taking on your Google Doc, with no pinch of salt? They're taking it as fact because you've copied it. They assume that you've copied it from like a textbook or something. And all of a sudden they go from actually succeeding and passing the class to suddenly not doing so well, flying low, because they're basing it off of the nonsense that you've written in an attempt to lure one girl into studying with you. You're potentially messing up a load of people's education.
But what if they notice the contradictions even? What if someone says, hey, hang on a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
Hang on a minute. This shit doesn't add up. Hey man, you know this is like, this is wrong, right?
But then,
my bad, and then you change it, and then you notice another contradiction.
But what are the odds, though?
Oh, there could be. This is a very specific set of circumstances, but it could occur, right? Let's say I'm using this dude's document to study, okay? And then, whatever. Let's say, okay, cool. I take notes down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then let's say for like, later down the line, I'm preparing for like, I don't know how it works in a STEM course, but let's say I'm preparing for like an essay.
Sure.
Let's say I submit a draft to my lecturer, and they're like, hey, what you said here was wrong, right? And then you're just like, but I got it from
The doc.
right. And it could even go a lot sooner than that, because you might be reading, you might be like because obviously you have to reference what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So you like, they say, oh, this dude talks about this thing, it's covered in this chapter, let me find the page. Oh shit, now that I'm reading through it,
Well, yeah.
hey man,
To be honest, to be completely honest, I think the just thing to do in this whole situation would be for the friend of this demon, to add the
demon is generous.
like to add the professor, to share this Google Doc to the professor themselves, or all the professors, right, and say this is a study tool, but I think it may. They don't even have to drop the guy in it. They could literally just be like,
well, they'll see who the owner of the document
yeah,
is.
but they could just be like, I think this is incorrect. Apparently, it's editable by everyone.
Yeah,
So
depending on the permissions.
Yeah, so it looks like they've got like a URL to edit and stuff as well. So deepen it a little bit, but
here,
I'm saying the professors could go in. They could be like, oh, that's wrong, change that.
Yeah,
That's wrong,
yeah,
change that. That's
yeah.
wrong, change that. Like, it's not like.
But that's what I'm saying. He did not account for any of that.
That's the thing. Look, let's take it a level further, dude. Professors rely on the success rate of their students as well, right?
Yeah, if they know that there's a little fucker trying to sabotage the whole class.
Their whole class, everything they're teaching,
You could get kicked out.
Their livelihood, dude.
Yeah, you could get kicked out.
Dude, are you
But then again, that is the worst case. Worst absolute. It's unlikely for it to happen.
But he said like, share it with all your friends, whatever, I don't care. So I'm going to imagine at least 10 people are on this thing.
I'm going to
10, 15, 20 people are on this thing.
I'm going to disseminate as much destruction to get one girl's attention.
That's the worst part. Her attention.
And here's the thing.
Just her attention.
He probably doesn't even know whether they'd get along or not, because he's just like, well, we don't really interact. So how do you know beyond the physical attraction that you'd go well together?
It's weird. You already disagree with the men she's hanging out with. Scrawny, probably, right?
Doesn't even lift.
Well,
not gonna make it.
Well, I'll be on.
Controlling, sabotaging.
That is weird.
Not gonna make it.
You need to work on yourself, dude.
Yeah. Towards the end, when he says that way, I can interact with her and talk to her, so that she'll realize that I have a great personality. Motherfucker, if you are something, you don't need to reaffirm that you are.
Exactly.
Most of the time.
Exactly.
It's like people who are strong, people who know how to fight. You don't see them fucking picking fights with everyone.
There's a quiet confidence within them.
Right. There's, people like comedians. They don't go around telling people, "Oh, I'm funny."
By the way,
they prove
I'm hilarious.
Yeah. And it goes for the same as, what does having a great personality mean to you, my friend?
What is?
That is a very, very broad and subjective statement you just made. How do you know your criteria for a good personality fits hers? You're literally everything you're setting out to do. Crazy. You're only imagining in what could go right for you without accounting for what could go wrong. And you just outed yourself as a fucking maniac to your friend. I don't know much about, the word insult gets thrown around a lot, to be fair.
I don't, to be honest with you, I don't like using the word. I don't like associating with the word at all.
I feel like it's become more of a one-size-fits-all term for a man who doesn't know how to interact with women. But I feel like it's cheap to always
just default to it.
Yeah, because
it's, as you said, it's such a broad term.
Because what do you call the men who are getting pussy and are just treating women like shit?
It's true. They need a good guy. That's what this guy thinks.
Yeah.
No, but here's the problem though. Like, okay, let's say, okay, it's gonna be very difficult. I'm gonna try and play devil's advocate for a second.
Good luck.
Thank you. Okay, so you like this girl, okay, a lot. seemingly, even though you don't really know her.
Wait, let me cross-reference.
You don't really know her. You think that she would be
massive crush. Yeah, he does
massive
really
crush.
like her.
Yeah, there you go. So you think that you would be a good match, or whatever, but then you see her with these other guys, and you're like, punch in the air,
immediately showing disdain.
Yeah,
for people who
you
are
don't
getting
know.
her attention, as opposed to you who are unable to.
These muscular jock guys, she might have grown up with him, right?
Yeah, what could be her brother?
Could be.
Well, no, but
I mean, he would know. Sounds like he's probably
stalked her a fair bit.
Stalked her.
He's definitely stalked her a fair bit.
Yeah, I mean, if he's like the guys I see on her pro, it's like, again, none of your business. But okay, again, I'm gonna try here. You think that they're inappropriate for her, whatever. For some weird reason, you're casting a weird sense of judgment over her. That's odd. I think the key takeaway to this whole thing is, damn, I can't play devil's advocate. It's impossible. You've displayed the worst of yourself somehow.
The thing is that there's nothing here that I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Hey, audience at home, right? Weigh in on this. If you think we're wrong, I don't think there's anything. Yeah, write in if you want to weigh in on this. What I'm trying to say is, I don't think there's much to defend here because there's not anything. There's no silver lining.
He's deplorable.
There's no silver lining. You get me? He's okay. I say to you, right? How can I bring myself to even take seriously a person who would rather, before working up the courage of trying to make some small talk with a girl, would rather fuck up her fucking prospects at a future for his own gain? Before he'd resort to that before, a simple conversation,
so that he has the upper advantage as well.
Right.
Like, I'm a really smart guy, but I'm going to intentionally dumb her down and misinform her so that I have the intellectual high ground
it is
in a situation. That is so messed up.
I mean, it is incredibly. There's a lot to unpack here, and I don't think we'll have. I don't think we'll have time. But there's a lot here because, I mean, first of all, you're setting a disgusting precedent. First of all, let's say even this does work. Imagine you go all the way and get married. Haha, honey, you'll never guess how we actually got together. She won't look at you the same way.
He'd have to keep that. That's something he's taking
by some miracle.
He'd have
to. Well, no, because now there's a witness, and there's a very high likelihood that his friend will come out and be like,
the friend is just going to be at in the stalls during the church bit,
And second of all,
I do.
Oh shit! What, Jade? What are you doing?
Jade, you don't even know. Speak now, forever hold.
It's like that. It's like that clip of Jordan Peele, like drenched. Dude's like up there, like he's like the best man, and he's like. Furthermore, never mind the precedent, but furthermore, the way you talk about her like she's some fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Like, no respect. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, look, people want to meme about respect women and all that shit, yeah. But
just respect everyone.
But
right.
I mean, no, seriously, no. Look, hang on a minute.
Difficult.
Okay, no, but hang on a minute. Never mind. Okay, let's look at this.
See the way you want to be treated. Imagine you did that to everyone else.
No. Yeah, of course.
It's incredible.
Right. That's the overarching, understanding of respect.
Yeah.
But let's look at this from a romantic context, okay? How would you feel about yourself if you knew your partner didn't fucking take you seriously and thought of you as a fucking idiot? How would you feel about yourself?
And then he's going to have this quiet
overconfidence. Like, I'm so much smarter than you.
Well, like, say they got somehow, some way he threaded the needle and they got together. Whenever she argues with him, whenever there's like a disagreement or something happens,
arrogance,
right? There's gonna be this quiet, like, well, you wouldn't even be here without me, right? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
He does seem the type to.
Dude, like, that's how it reads. That's how it reads.
So yeah, look. In all seriousness, OP, if you're out there listening to us,
take a long, hard look in the mirror. Just think about what you're doing,
OP.
Man. For someone who claims to be. Also, claiming to be smart is such a...
Well, you can claim to be smart, but you have to back it up.
Yeah, I mean, but claiming to be smart, you just are... It's the same, again, it goes back to what we said earlier, like the whole... Comedians don't claim to be funny, they just are funny.
If you say to someone, in his position, I'm pretty smart, considering I'm doing quite well in a difficult course. I don't think that would be... No, You know what? Forget it. You're right.
Yeah, it just
it
doesn't-
applies to
that
most.
100%. It applies to a lot of things.
To give OP advice for whatever it's worth, I would say OP, try and put yourself in a position where you become comfortable in talking to women, because you can't go on like this, my son. Make a Tinder account, just go on random dates, learn to talk to women. If it goes well, it goes well. There's something in it for you. If it doesn't go well, you made an experience. You just I swear to God, do not resort to this schemy bullshit, because it is not gonna hold, mate. It is not.
I imagine dates these days are a little bit like job interviews in terms of like, if it flops.
Little that I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, so I'm telling you, it's more just speculating. I imagine if it completely flops, you can be like, look, you're in the position to just maybe be like, okay, why don't you want to go on a second date with me? You know, if you actually take the Tinder route, the girl might be able to give you some sincere advice or some sincere feedback, like, oh, you kept showing me your Google Doc. Anyway,
the point is that
yeah,
the simple point.
You need some experience, man. You need some life experience for this.
Do not assume that resorting to subterfuge will get you pussy. Do not assume that.
Weird.
It is possibly the worst way to go about it, my friend.
This is a terrible pathway.
Terrible.
Okay, go on.
One of the top comments is, this guy has the dentist system down to pat.
Fantastic.
And the thread is always Sunny references. One of them, are you gonna harm these women?
Okay, yeah.
She won't say no because of the implication.
Okay. All right. Apart from the Always Sunny references,
top rated comment. There's like a shooting star. I don't know what that means.
I think someone's giving it like an award or something.
Let me see.
That usually means someone's giving it an award.
Oh, Starry Award. Okay.
Yeah.
You're the asshole. This can't be real. Consider the following phrase: I like you, so I'll harm you, so I can save you, so you can view me as a hero. Demonstrate value?
Oh my god.
This is straight supervillain logic. It's more like a self-centered version of a plot Unbreakable. So to be clear, you want to, 1, intentionally sabotage someone's grade in a course they're spending money on. 2, manipulate women into spending time with you. 3, you studying as a cover to hit on a woman who has shown no interest in you. Incel asshole is the right call, and I hope your friends warn this woman about you. You're the asshole. Edit for formatting. I feel like this was a bit charged.
What do you mean? What, that comment?
Yeah, I'm not going to read any more comments. Is that alright with you?
That's fine.
I feel like we've shit on OP, but it's exactly what he needs, to be fair. Because if he thinks this way of operating is acceptable, it means not many people have elaborated to him how things work. So, calling him an insult, again, it's unfair, because maybe he doesn't know better. Whatever. And maybe it's the case. Maybe this is the silver lining. He doesn't know better. Yeah. He's a young kid. He's 21. He doesn't know what, he's not really, maybe he comes from like quite a sheltered family. Maybe he sounds like he wasn't super popular in school growing up. So maybe he doesn't know any better. But
yeah, you don't want to Goodwill Hunting him a little bit, but like, he doesn't sound like the greatest guy.
No, but the argument is that we're all human. I really hope, if this is real, that OP understands through Reddit the error of his way. He probably won't, because he sounds egotistical as all hell. But the point I'm making is that if he changes his ways and understands where he went wrong, there's still hope,
Maybe not with that girl, but
maybe even with her. Who's to say he doesn't see the error of his ways, has a regular approach, and maybe does get the girl?
Start lifting.
Big biceps will help, my friend.
Look, you got keys to the kingdom, dude. At what point in history, right, like 30 years ago, could a guy like a girl immediately have like an online profile of who she's hanging out with and what she likes, right? I'm not saying craft yourself to what she likes, but if she's hanging around with muscular jock dudes and you really like her, you really want to impress her, hey, maybe start hitting the gym.
Maybe
I'm not saying craft yourself and completely change yourself to suit this girl's every need.
Well, but
right?
Look, do what you must within reason. You get me? Don't sell your soul for
Yeah.
some.
Yeah, I'm treading very lightly with my advice here, because I think it would be he would be walking in the complete opposite direction all the way on the other end of the spectrum if I said change yourself entirely for this girl who, again, hasn't expressed any interest in you whatsoever. Because who knows? Hate to say it, you're probably quite smart, right? There's obviously a scheming element to you. Did he say he's done it, or
He's planning on doing it?
Ah.
The question was,
Okay, so obviously some modicum of his brain was like, maybe this is a bad idea.
the argument here is that he thought this whole plan up,
Yeah.
told his friend gave him a normal person's recounting
Oh,
opinion.
you're
of-
nuts.
Yeah. And then he was like, well, my friend's comment didn't affirm that I'm crazy enough. Let's let literally 40,000 people commented.
40,000.
40,000 comments, that thread. 41,000.
You reckon he's read through all of them?
No chance. That's a fucking series of books, dude. The point I'm making is that my friend, like, again, like, just be direct. Literally, that's all you gotta do. Like, this isn't a be yourself advice. It's never, ever, 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 ever expect indirect methods to get you anywhere with women. Just don't. Because think about it. You are deceiving them. How are you expected to create a healthy, stable relationship when there was one born through deceit? Come on, son, think it through.
I final verdict.
Yeah,
He is. Hey,
okay.
I don't want to divide the audience. I don't like this guy. I think he.
I don't think he's an asshole as much as he's a fucking maniac.
Crazy person. A crazy person.
I mean, here's my 2 cents.
Mhm.
He's the arsehole within the context of the dynamic of am I the arsehole?
Yeah.
But in my opinion, the saving grace is that he didn't actually do this.
Hopefully.
He was thinking of doing this.
And hopefully he doesn't.
Yeah.
And hopefully he doesn't.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at too. It's like,
I hope
this is something you should have. This should have been a passing thought that just passed.
Yes.
And never saw the light of day. Shouldn't have drifted to the side of the river of your mind for you to pick up, examine, talk to a friend about. Should have been thrown right back in. Right, with all the other weird thoughts that everyone has all the time.
Yeah. So, I sincerely hope, OP, this Reddit experience has helped you grow as a person.
Me too.
And
go lift.
For the love of God, please
don't do it.
Don't ever do something like this, or even consider doing something like this again.
It's criminal. It's actually criminal. And on that note,
yeah, we're done.
On a sobering note, we are finished.
Yeah, this is it. I feel like I expended all my energy with that.
Yeah, it really did drain my head. Like you're doing to that poor girl, draining all of her intellect and
he's a fucking
replacing it with nonsense.
He's like a brain jacker.
Oh, what did you think of that story? Let us know.
Let us know.
Submissions. Reply. Tell us. Give us a cusp of what the story was called. Like,
yeah,
mad student willing to change Google Doc thoughts or something. I don't know. Whatever. Have you got a story for us? Send it in.
Yeah, just check out the socials, guys. We're working on
stuff.
We're working on zhuzhing up the socials.
Thank you for listening. Been a pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye.